Hey guys, it's Dr. Heather Kovac from the Drake Center, and I'm here to answer your questions about dog grooming.
Dr. Kovac, is there such a thing as bathing a dog too often?
I would say no, unless your dog has very sensitive skin. You can cause irritations if you're using harsh shampoos or leave-on conditioners. I have seen a few dogs have a reaction to certain types of shampoos. And if you're doing it so often that you might dry out their coat, I guess so. I really haven't seen that. I think it's a lot of work to bathe the dog, so I don't typically see people overdoing it. But just use your best judgment. If you feel like the coat's looking kind of dry and flaky, you might want to cut back a little bit.
Is it better to groom your dog at home or to have it done by a professional groomer?
That depends on the dog, but also on you. So if you have a bad back or you have trouble getting the pet in and out of the tub, of course I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself doing it at home. But if you have the supplies, you feel comfortable doing it, you know what you're doing, I think it's fine to do the bathing at home. That's what I do for my dogs. But if you have a certain breed that requires hair cutting, that would definitely be recommended to use a real groomer for, because obviously they're trained to do that. They have the right equipment. One thing I do want to mention for sure is you never ever want to use scissors on your pet at home. I've seen a lot of pets come in with cuts on their skin, especially cats. Their skin is just so thin and you don't really realize that you're pulling up on it to cut out a mat. Just never ever use scissors. It's just really scary, and sometimes we have to put stitches in these cats, so be careful.
Does my dog need to be vaccinated and on flea control to go to the groomer?
I think all groomers around here do require vaccines. You would have to ask your specific groomer about that, what their protocol is, but definitely recommended because they are going to be around other dogs and cats. Whether they're in a cage or whether it's more of a cage-free environment, they're still going to have interaction. They're still going to be breathing the same air. So yes, it's recommended. As far as flea control goes, of course, we always recommend all pets be on flea control year-round. Where we live in San Diego, it's just a flea time. We see it all the time, so we recommend that they be on it year-round. Again, I don't think it's absolutely required at a lot of places, but definitely recommended.
All right, last question. If my dog has behavior problems, will they be welcomed by a groomer?
Great question. Sometimes we do need to use some sedatives for these guys or an anti-anxiety medication when they come here for their grooming or nail trims. It's better for the dog to be sedated versus to be struggling, potentially bite somebody. We don't want it to be a stressful experience for them. We want it to be pleasant, just like, we wouldn't want to be stressed going to get our hair cut or something like that. So, you'd have to talk with your vet about that, decide what's necessary or what would be recommended to kind of take the edge off for some patients. Not everybody's going to need that, but you'd have to talk with your vet and also your groomer about what the dog is doing. So are they trying to bite? Are they just really fearful? Are they wiggly? And then we can kind of make a plan on what would be best for that pet. Okay, that's all the questions for today. Let us know if you have any more. Thanks.